Good evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. Today is Tuesday, May the 25th, 2021. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, the state has information about funeral expense reimbursement for those who have experienced a loss of a loved one from COVID-19. The Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce held its annual Women Impacting the Community Luncheon, and the Tullahoma City School Board held its last meeting of the school year. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Hello, I'm Ray Norris, Mayor of Tullahoma. I want to thank the citizens of Tullahoma who've been following the CDC guidelines for helping prevent the spread of COVID-19. You've been wearing your mask, you've been getting your vaccinations, and I'll tell you, it's working. Today, our positivity rate is less than 5%. That's the lowest it's been since the earliest days of our pandemic. So, now I want to urge each of you to continue to follow these guidelines, and together, let's get this pandemic behind us and get our country back to the old normal where we need to be. Thank you.
Now open in Tullahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental healthcare needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
Welcome back. The Tennessee Emergency Management Agency encourages Tennesseans who have lost loved ones to COVID-19 to apply for the assistance that is still available from the Federal Emergency Management Agency to help with funeral expenses. TEMA Director Patrick Sheehan said, quote, "We've had about 38% of those eligible in Tennessee for COVID-19 funeral to apply with FEMA for the benefit. At this time, there is no application deadline, so funeral assistance is still available and can help many who faced an unexpected and tragic expense," end quote. Tennesseans who may be eligible for the funeral assistance benefit can begin the registration process by calling FEMA's COVID-19 funeral assistance phone number, which is 844-624-6333, between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. The application process with FEMA should take about 20 minutes. FEMA is not accepting online applications for the benefit, so a call to FEMA's COVID-19 funeral assistance phone number is necessary to register and begin the process. Applicants must be U.S. citizens, non-citizen nationals, or qualified aliens who incurred funeral expenses after January 20th, 2020 for a death attributed to COVID-19. An applicant may apply for multiple deceased individuals with a maximum allowable amount of $9,000 per funeral and a maximum of $35,500 per application. More information on who can apply and what is eligible and a list of frequently asked questions can be found at COVID-19 Funeral Assistance at FEMA.gov. And in other COVID news, the Tennessee Department of Health today announced a new ad campaign, Give It a Shot, focused on addressing vaccine hesitancy among Tennesseans. The ads will air across the state on broadcast, cable, and digital media. Some digital placement for this campaign began on May 1st. This is the next phase in the campaign rollout. Tennessee Department of Health Commissioner Lisa Piercy said, quote, "The most effective tool we have for combating the COVID-19 virus is a vaccine. We recognize many Tennesseans have questions or concerns about the COVID vaccines, and our goal is that these messages help to address some of those hesitancies. At the end of the day, my hope is we will continue to see a steady increase in vaccine uptake across our state as more and more individuals feel more comfortable and confident in receiving the vaccine," end quote. Here are two of the new spots.
I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine. There are a lot of opinions being shared. But I had the chance to talk with my doctor about my concerns. He told me the vaccines are backed by decades of research, and that the vaccines are proven safe and effective. Now I'm protected and ready to put this pandemic behind us. Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
To be honest, I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine. I checked what the CDC says and spoke with my doctor about the potential side effects. It definitely made me much less anxious. She told me if I have some arm pain or feel tired, that's completely normal as my body builds a defense to the virus. I was willing to take the vaccine to protect me, my family, and my friends. Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
All local health departments are offering walk-in options. Individuals can also schedule a COVID-19 vaccine appointment by visiting covid19.tn.gov or vaccinefinder.org or by contacting their primary care physician. At last week's Women Impacting the Community event, Ann Baldwin received the award in the education category. Let's watch as the Chamber Director introduces her.
The woman being honored as the 2021 Women Impacting the Community Education Award recipient is said to be a strong woman who is direct and no nonsense in her actions, straightforward in her honesty, and more than kind in her reactions to people. There is nothing fake about this woman. She is her own person and stands for what she believes to be true and honest. She does not necessarily go with the flow, but instead hears the beat of her own drummer and follows that call. She is a gifted musician, both vocally and as a music director. She has an innate ability to share her experience and knowledge with others. She does this willingly and without hesitation. While she has shared her skills in musical theater both on stage and in musical directing roles, her students, both youth and adult, are her pride and joy. She calls them all her songbirds, remembering them all by name and talent. She has encouraged and steered so many into a better understanding of music and the arts. Her nominator said, "I believe she is the epitome of a great educator." She knows her subject matter, music, in depth. She loves sharing her experience with others. She has mentored countless young people into understanding and gaining a love for music. She is Ann Baldwin.
Thank you so much. Well, I just sat there and watched my life go by. I had made some notes. I don't need them. You said it all. My mother was a teacher. I'm going to cry. And I guess, like Colonel Lee, you learn from your mother. My mother was a kindergarten teacher before there was kindergarten in the schools. I'm so honored. I am humbled to think that after 30 years of teaching and 15 years of retirement that I'm still appreciated. I'm still going, you know. But it does make me feel good. And there have been so many students, parents. I had so much support. It takes a village. I had friends like Peggy, Eleanor, Janet, Jan, all these people that we all had the same goals. And we worked together, and we still do. 2 weeks ago, I had a birthday, and I was overjoyed. I got so many texts and messages from former students saying, "Thank you for just being a part of my life," you know, and I'm going, wow. Then 2 days later, I get this invitation, and I think, I guess that's what it's all been about. You know, I encouraged them. I wanted them to be, as I said, the best they could be. The one thing, I wanted them to build their own self-confidence and to believe in themselves. That's how I was taught, and that's how I still try to teach. Thank you so much. It means a lot.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I can think of this wonderful little woman that I had. She said, "I can't talk. There's nothing there." And she said, "I want my voice back." After the first session, she was loud. I'll never forget this. She said, "There's a voice in me still." Whether it's Parkinson's or a stroke or whatever, they are not at the bottom, but they can always get better.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
He's a little bit of you, he's a little bit of me. He's the trash along the roadside of Tennessee. He's the garbage that we find He's the dream we left behind. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. A throwaway bottle or pop-top can may not seem much to a traveling man, but a little bit of litter goes a long, long way. Rolling and growing, getting bigger every day. Tennessee trash messing up the highways. Tennessee trash junking up the byways. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash.
We have met the enemy, and he is us.
Welcome back. Also at the Women Impacting the Community event, Mary Beth Harton received the award for community service.
The woman that is being recognized as the 2021 Women Impacting the Community Service Award recipient is an active and vibrant part of our community. She keeps a pulse on the town and of all of her nonprofit activities as described by her nominator. Her nominator continued by saying she loves to read and has directed me towards some amazing books. Her love of literature makes her a perfect fit for the Lanham Memorial Library Board, one of many organizations she selflessly gives her time and energy to on a regular basis. She is a dedicated weekly volunteer for many organizations in the Tullahoma community, including Horseplay and Come to the Table. She can also be found giving her time and support to Tullahoma Daycare, Tour of Homes, Life Choices, Trinity Care, the Motlow Foundation, Tullahoma Fine Arts Center, Partners for Healing, and is an active member of King's Cross Church. Mary Beth Harton can often be found next to her husband, John, encouraging him to make one of his famous woodworks that are highly requested by many nonprofits to help raise funds for the many organizations they support. Her nominator ended with this: Mary Beth Harton has a heart for nonprofits and an energy that won't quit. I find her at every event that I attend, and many times she is working a table or hosting at her home. She has told me that she and Mr. Harton do not exchange gifts, they simply give to nonprofits. Please help me welcome to the stage Mary Beth Harton.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Would you like to say that? Well, no. I wouldn't like to say anything because I don't do this, but I'm kind of overwhelmed. When I was nominated, I was shocked, but the lady who nominated me is a sweet friend, and I appreciate all the kind words she said. To me, volunteering is just what you do. Since I retired, what else you gonna do? And there's so many opportunities in Tullahoma, Tennessee. No matter what you enjoy, there's a spot. And I just encourage people, when you have the time, I know many of you are busy business people and don't have enough time, but once you retire, and in the future, we're gonna have lots of time apparently, since all these drones are gonna work for us. So we'll still need nonprofit workers, so get out there. Thank you so much.
Next, we continue with the Women Impacting the Community event, where Tana Heathcott received the award for the business category.
This year, the Women Impacting the Community Business Award is being awarded to a woman that is not a native to Tullahoma, but joined the community in full force. The adjectives used to describe this woman often are bright, kind, intelligent, self-motivated, and sincere. Since moving to Tullahoma, this woman has grown her business, joined local civic organizations, and continued to educate herself to be a better working professional in her field. She was doing all of these things while planning her wedding to her college sweetheart, and she is still doing these things while she is planning to welcome their first child in July. Tana Heathcott is a financial advisor with Edward Jones Investments and has earned professional designations of AAMS and CRPC, as well as the Edward Jones Financial Advisor Career Development Program, which is the industry's top training program for financial advising. She is the past president of the TACC Ambassador Program and still serves on the executive committee. She serves on the board of directors for the Tullahoma Kiwanis Club and is a member of the Noon Rotary Club. Tana truly goes above and beyond in all she does. Please help me welcome to the stage Tana Heathcott, the 2021 Women Impacting the Community Business Award recipient.
Would you like to say it? Thank you. Oh, the pregnancy hormones are real, y'all. I was already emotional. My husband thinks I'm a basket case, so I was shocked to even be nominated. I really can't believe I'm standing here holding this. This means so much to me, and when God called me to move here 3 years ago, I just did not know what a wonderful community I would have to embrace me with open arms. And, it just feels so good to love what you do. And to say at 26, you're going to be doing the same thing for the rest of your life with the same company. I love my clients. I love the firm I work for. But the best feeling is feeling the love that you guys have reciprocated to me over the past 3 years. So thank you so much.
We'll be right back with more news after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. At last week's Tullahoma School Board meeting, Dr. Stevens' contract was up for an extension to the year 2025. Here the board discusses the proposal and votes.
So we're moving to contract extension consideration for our director of schools.
So I'd like to make a motion to extend the contract for Dr. Katrine Stevens for the director of schools until June 30th, 2025.
Second.
A motion was made by Board Member Jessica Fogarty, a second by Pat Welsh. Is there any discussion?
Well, go ahead.
Okay.
You go.
Okay. Thank you. Dr. Stevens had an excellent evaluation that was completed by the board, and she received an excellent score. It has been a very trying year in her very first year as our superintendent. And fantastic leadership. We have so much to look forward to. And I feel that her original contract was 3 years. So she is almost completed, which is really hard to believe, isn't it? The 1 year. So we have 2 years left. And I personally am wanting to continue this with Dr. Stevens. And we're just getting ready to start working on our strategic plan, which will be a living document, and definitely will be going on out there, and I see you as our leader, and I support the motion. Is there any more discussion? Okay.
I was just going to say I felt confident making the motion for the idea of, I hope that it shows a vote of confidence from the board, Dr. Stevens, that to Kim's point, we value your leadership, and I think that continuity is going to be so critical to Tullahoma City Schools. So that's a big driving reason for myself, and I do think it should be lifted up, because I thought about your interview the other day and what a different scenario we were all under at that point. and how you just championed through this year. And I think that as we've gotten to the close of the year, just seeing how successful this is, has gone, has been a true testament to your leadership. So that's all. Does anyone else want this microphone?
Might add is somebody might have a question. How'd you come up with 2025? The answer to that is that's state statute limits.
Okay, since we're all going around, it's been a pleasure. And I know I was the first one to say, when she interviewed, and we laugh about it now, I really want to see some secondary experience. Well, I'm pleased to say you have truly shown me that I was incorrect. You have been a pleasure, you have been a motivator, you have encouraged, and you have shown what we can do in the midst of trials.
I hadn't planned to speak tonight. I second everything. I watched your interview while I was in Buffalo, New York. I wasn't even here. And watching that from a little laptop in an airport, that was it. I knew right away that you were the person, and I have not regretted my decision to hire you. And I have full confidence in your leadership skills and in your enthusiasm, which is great.
Okay, thanks everyone. So the motion was to extend the contract for the Director of Schools until June 30th, 2025. All in favor of that motion, please raise your hand. All opposed? Mrs. Vaughn? All in favor. I think that we really need to give Dr. Stevens a round of applause.
We'll be right back with more News Leader after these messages. So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
The individuals with dementia, those with Parkinson's, those that have maybe mobility issues, need caregivers. Well, those caregivers are 24 hours a day at home, and they never get a rest. And if they have to go to work, they're kind of out of luck. So that's why Trinity came into existence 25 years ago, to allow the caregivers to have a safe center where they could put their loved ones, know they would be well cared for, stimulated, fed good nutritious meals, have activities to their level, and then the caregiver can stop by and pick them up and go on home and have some continuity into their life.
Welcome back. Also at last week's Tullahoma City School Board meeting, soccer coach Richie Chadwick was honored for his coaching career.
On September 28th of last year, Coach Richie Chadwick hit a very impressive milestone in his coaching career. He recorded his 400th career victory. Wow. 400th career victory. Coach Chadwick began his coaching career in 1997 as both the boys and girls soccer coach. He took a few years off while his own boys were small to coach only the boys' soccer team, but is now back at it, coaching both the boys and girls' soccer teams. No doubt why it has been so very hard to get him to a board meeting to celebrate him. Coach Chadwick, congratulations to you on this most impressive milestone. And school board member Amy Dotson has a presentation for you.
Oh, great job, Richie.
Personal note, Richie has not only done such an amazing job for our school system, but for my family personally. We have been involved with Richie now for 9 years through travel soccer, and he does, it's so much more than what he does on the field with the players. He is teaching these young players from when they are 7 years old, when I first started with him, how to become men. And that it's more about what you do on the field and off the field, and then how many points you score and how many wins and losses you do. And even when they have mess ups, you'll always hear Coach Richie saying, hey, you did a great job. Next time, what do you think about trying this? He's always got positive feedback to give them. And that, as a parent, as a teacher, as a board member, is what I feel like all of our coaches should be. So I want to personally thank you for being an amazing coach and leader for our young men and women. Wonderful.
And don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Sandy Sebren and retired Colonel Beverly Lee, who will invite everyone out to Tullahoma's Memorial Day observation on Friday. And we'll hear from Jackie Duncan about a war hero that lives right here in Tullahoma. All that and more on this week's Living. And stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Now open in Tullahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental healthcare needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1926 at 95 degrees. The record low was in 1935 at 40 degrees. The average high for this day is 80, and the average low is 58. Partly cloudy for tonight with a low of 63. Mostly sunny for tomorrow with a high of 88 and a low of 63. And for Thursday, a 20% chance of storms with a high of 87 and a low of 66. And that's our News Leader Report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader on 6. Stay safe and have a great evening.